and welcome back to Fresh Meat. It is Horde Night. It's 10 a.m. and he is just hours and hours away from getting ripped in half. We got a special treat tonight, actually. Ashram is joining us. Ashram, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Hello, people. And with us, as always, is Davian.
Yo.
Duel.
Goats.
Nev.
Hi, guys.
And X. This is a big one. I think we've all been waiting for this for quite a while. You know, we are a number of episodes into Horde Night. And I got to tell you, Ashram, we're sitting here now, we're watching you kind of get ready. You're overheating. You got the death debuff. Everything is bad. And first and foremost, okay, disclaimer, none of us have seen this video. Ashram is the only person that knows what's going to happen here. So, A, no spoilers, but B, what the fuck are you building?
Yeah, I figured you'd want to go for that straight away. So for starters, for starters, I'm making sure that wolf is gone. For starters, it never even entered into my mind to try and reinforce that house as a horde base. There's just way too many points of entry. No one person is going to be able to defend that.
I mean, that can
what
be legitimate.
What I did see was around day 3 or 4, right around the time I settled there, I was looking at that hilltop and thinking that would be a good piece of high ground to build a base on. So I had the plan in my head for several days. Unfortunately, I was constantly getting delayed by either not having enough food and having to forage for that, or being infected and having to try and deal with that somehow.
I swear to God, if you had said,
killed.
If you had said you didn't have enough materials to do construction, I was just going to kick you out of the channel right now.
Yeah,
that is also an issue.
Okay, but what the fuck is this actually going to be? It's just you built a floor on a hill.
The first few pieces of flagstone I put down were mostly just me experimenting with the mechanics. And then once I built the wall, I realized
he hasn't been doing.
I realized I could build a wall up one side of the hill, build a wall up the other side of the hill, basically sheathe the entire hillside in a shell of flagstone. And then the original plan was to dig away the front and the back, so I'd basically be making a big tall tower, and then build like some sort of bridge access to it. That turned out to be a little more work than I had time for, so at some point around day 7 I said, okay, let's just get the fort itself built, and then I'll try and
you trying to, but what's the thought process in the actual pathing mechanic here now? So if you're going to build this thing and it's going to be
the idea is, for one thing, I realized the side of the hill that's facing the house there, I realized I didn't really have to build any walls along it because most of it's a sheer cliff anyway.
You know they can dig through that, right?
Yeah, eventually, but...
Eventually, he says. What? Hello, Freddy Foreshadow.
No spoilers.
I haven't seen it, but...
Box.
Well, you never know when you're going to need another box. But I've just, you can build on the hill, but they can dig out for the hill. And that's the part that confuses me on the construction here, is because for all of what you're doing, you're building on what is basically a pile of dirt. There's not going to be any stone underneath this.
Right.
So, and they can whale through dirt really goddamn quickly. So were you aware of that at this point?
I was aware that they would dig through the dirt. I was thinking there'd be enough of it that I could deal with them before they did serious damage.
Okay.
What I'm trying to do now is get the walls of the fort built up enough, because I'm about a day behind where I wanted to be, because that stupid goddamn vulture that bushwhacked me the other day and got me reinfected, so I had to spend an entire day dealing with that nonsense.
At least you were aware you were infected.
Nope.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. We were concerned.
I think I say this in the commentaries too. There are certain things I can forgive myself for not grasping quickly.
Chicken.
Like certain game mechanics. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wolf.
Oh, there he is.
There's your friend.
Does Horde Night start off in a bad way? It's already not going great, but does this wolf get a twofer?
But then there were, like, the whole thing of how long it took me to figure out, to construct multiple iterations of an item at once. Yeah, I have no excuse for myself there.
Yeah, you've given me a few gray hairs and watching that, no lie. Oh, now this raises actually an interesting question since we've got you. So you're building your base, and no offense, but I'm going to put base in quotation marks for now because I don't know where this is going.
It's meant to be a hilltop. Oh, it's on now.
But what is the plan for you in terms of like ammo? You've got like 2 spears and now you've got like what, like 2 dozen arrows? Is that I mean, are you gonna make a shitload of arrows?
Is to just get the fortress, built
and hide the whole night.
They'll trickle in.
I mean, you're gonna see a smaller
horde. Dog.
Oh God!
Fuck! Oh, this is, you know, even if you survive here, starting off Horde Night with 10 health is not a great way to go. Airdrop.
The thing about
the
early days is we were all wondering why you picked this house as opposed to that beautiful farmhouse that's out in the middle of the field with that beautiful line of sight all the way around it.
Yeah. Chasing the wolf.
The best answer is I cleared out this farmhouse first. And like I said, that hilltop was what I was really looking at. Like that, I'm thinking that's good high ground. I can build a base up there. So
well, you gotta remember, he said in the beginning here, he thought the house would be too hard to defend because it had too many doors.
That's true, and you can understand then, as opposed to
and
the
even
base
then,
with no
zombies
doors.
don't always use doors; they make them. So no, it's like I know they'll just rip this house to pieces.
Well, and that's the thing is too, because I mean, and in this farmhouse on the Mathis game map, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but this farmhouse is universally, that's not just us, that's universally regarded as one of the best starting spots because of the access to the food, because of the sightlines and the particular geography here. It's centrally located next to, you know, you're within arm's reach of a lot of good stuff. So you found one of the best spots in the game.
Oh God!
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
He came back.
And then you built 50 yards to the left of it.
You know what we used against that wolf? The blunderbuss.
That too.
Yeah, in my defense, I've only got so many rounds for the blunderbuss, and I'm saving as many of them as possible for the horde.
That makes sense to a point.
I can get behind that.
I'm still worried about your overall ammo count for the Horde Night. Like you just is there ammo? I hope, don't spoil, but I hope there's a lot of ammo construction between now and 9:30.
I'm honestly not sure if I figured out how to make
even arrows. Even we haven't seen you make blunderbuss ammo, but anything, because right now you've got a couple of spears. Okay, you got a couple of spears and, like I said, 2 dozen arrows. Like even for a solo Horde Night day 7, that is nowhere near enough. Because it's not like you have a lot of traps out. You've got nothing else that's going to be doing extra damage.
Concussion, blah blah blah. I'll use painkillers to kill this. Fortunately, I have some of those.
This is an interesting question too, and something we've talked about in the other videos. So the box thing, what the hell is with all the, like, you got a box upstairs, you got a box down here, you got 2 boxes of random shit outside.
I'm a bit of an organization freak if I'm left to my devices. So
we
this
couldn't
box,
tell that.
I'm still finding my bearings in this game, but that box there is foodstuffs.
Okay, but are you aware of the fact that there is
outside here is mostly crafting material? The one upstairs is miscellaneous equipment.
Sure. The ones outside are the ones I'm worried about, though, because those are going to get run over by the bus that is Horde Night. They will actually be drawn to those boxes a lot of times and go out of their way to kick storage over.
And then the box I put down in the base is just so I can have a place to stick extra supplies in the base itself.
I swear to God, if you eat this dog raw, I'm going to lose my shit.
Hey, I thought it was clever for eating those vitamins and protecting myself from,
It was. It's clever in that it actually worked.
Yeah,
but it was still terrible.
It would have been equally clever to just build a damn campfire. But
yeah, that would have been substantially cleverer, in fact.
I just have one quick question. How many more days does it take you to figure out how to put that pot on the fire?
He still hasn't done it.
Remember. God, Davian hit it right on the nose. The way that thing is shaded, it looks to me like the pot's already there.
It does.
So that really threw me off. And yes, that was pissing me off because I'm just like, if any of you watch Sword Art Online Abridged, I am Asuna holding a loaf of bread going, how do I eat you? Davian gets it.
Davian's quiet because he doesn't want to admit he gets it.
That is legitimately funny. I can bring up the.
You know what helps make things legitimately funny? when you have to tell people that it's legitimately funny.
Hey Kiva, that was legitimately funny.
Thanks.
I mean, I mean, given Akiva's dad joke record, that is something that he struggles with continuously.
Oh,
It's, you know, Dad-
what are you laughing at? Wow.
What the
That,
Wow.
Waste of money,
accidentally-
Emma.
Okay.
Even blunderbuss
Oh,
ammo.
exactly,
for
like,
Horde
oh,
Night.
No,
Hey,
I
he
can't-
needed to pick those flowers aggressively,
I-
right?
I can't use my blunderbuss on the
awkward
dog.
moment when you accidentally select your gun instead of your shovel, and yeah.
I have to conserve ammo for Horde Night. Fuck you, Bush.
Now, what's going on here?
So
Like you
this
said,
is
he's-
trying to dig out a trench. Because again, I know my wall's not very high, so I figure if I can dig out the hillside, that'll add to the effective height of the fortification, and the Zeds won't be able to assail it quite as easily.
See, there's a fundamental flaw here, though. Is by
There are
digging
several
that
fundamental flaws, but-
yes, but this specifically by digging this trench, what you're doing is making it so that they won't bang against your flagstone. They're gonna bang against the dirt and then come up. You see what I'm saying? You're turning your wall, your outer wall is going from being made out of flagstone to presenting them with a face of dirt, and they are going to chew through that like nobody's business, and they will climb up, down, whatever. Once they get a hold in dirt, they can go whatever direction they want.
Right.
Now, whether or not that actually comes into play
They-
for your Horde Night,
If
but
I can, right.
I have
If I
concerns.
can dig it, if I can make it deep enough, though, then they'll have to gradually come up because coming straight up won't work. They can't because they can't fly.
You'd be surprised what they can do.
They're
Yeah.
damn near 90 degrees sometimes. I mean, best case scenario is stairs, but especially on a Horde Night when they're piled on top of each other, they can pull some weird shit off.
Think Jerusalem in World War Z.
Yeah.
Yup.
Wolf check.
Yeah, I'm paranoid now. It's something I get into the habit of doing. If my stamina gets low, I'll take a couple of seconds to let it regenerate, and in those few seconds, I'll just look around and make sure nothing's trying to sneak up on me.
Yeah, we just thought that was you hearing your breath and getting frightened.
Sometimes I do think I hear
Oh, shit.
something. Sometimes it turns out to be something. Sometimes it's nothing. But mostly, yeah, that's just okay. If I'm waiting for my stamina to recover, I might as well do something productive in the meantime.
This is a interesting looking trench.
This trench is
Yeah.
is concerning.
It's less a trench and more of a shallow grave.
I'm just saying,
He's just digging his grave for the night.
Duel has set off explosions that resulted in holes that were more symmetrical than this.
It's true.
To be fair, especially on a hill,
Yes, I will. Yes,
7 days dirt is funky.
I'm right there with you. Dirt and water on any kind of slope, they're both a huge pain in the ass. It's a nightmare. But again, I don't. You're turning your outer wall into dirt effectively here, at least on
Yeah.
that one side. I'm not sure.
Well, the ultimate goal was to dig the hole wide enough that I could sink a cobblestone wall down into it, but I'm looking at the time and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get that far today, so let's get a fortification built so I can make some kind of a stand here.
This is a ballsy move, not gonna lie, because building from scratch solo day 7 is not something I would.
No, the original
context
plan
change.
was to start building from scratch solo to at least one.
Well,
or two
not even
days
on
earlier,
day 7, but for day 7. I think most people
Yeah.
would look for a POI refurb on that first week, just as a matter of
Throw
conservation.
some wood spikes down and hide in a corner.
Yeah, hide in a church somewhere, a farmhouse, whatever, just to get through the night.
Right,
You know,
but
maybe
that's
not
what
kill
I'm thinking
'em.
though. I'm like, the walls are too flimsy. There's too many windows they can punch in, too many doors. There's too many directions they could come from. Like one person, if I had a team, maybe I'd refurb a house.
Even
But
yeah,
one
but
person
solo
can't defend
because all of
a
that
house.
applies to this too, though. Because they can still, just like they would punch through the walls in the house, they can punch through the walls you're making.
Your walls are air on your new base.
Right.
mhm.
You do have a nice doorway for them to get into. I hope
Yeah,
you get
that's
that
mostly
sealed
for
up
my own
before-
access. I'll seal that off for the Horde Night.
All
Don't
right.
worry. That's mostly so I can get in there
Don't
myself before
worry,
I
he
get
says.
out. Well, don't worry about that.
So as
what faith
Horde Night-
reserves are you cashing in when you say that?
Right.
You know I'm
As,
good for it. No,
Let's see
no,
if
you're not.
Have I? Oh, I have opened this thing. I couldn't remember yet.
Yeah, that was last week's.
So as Horde Night is quickly approaching here, do we want to put some money down on how many times he dies?
I'm saying it's at
I'm
least
saying
twice.
I ain't saying nothing.
So you record this stuff in September, right? I do have a Pretty serious question.
Okay.
Are you still shitting raw corn?
Fun fact: I have recently stumbled across a recipe for corn on the cob and cornbread. So no, I'm not eating raw corn anymore.
It takes him a month to get to that point. We're in for a lot of
It's-
raw corn. We are in for a month of him shucking raw corn with his mouth. Is what I'm saying.
That's how Duel does it.
It is. I've seen that. Can confirm.
I have the video. If anybody wants it, it's $14.99 on my OnlyFans.
I thought he didn't use his teeth for that.
He doesn't, but it's still an oral thing.
Mhm.
Which is weird if you stop to think about it, like how he manages to shuck the corn. Like, he actually gets the kernels off the cob with no teeth. The suction involved is impressive, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask how, but I've learned a long time ago not to ask questions I'll regret learning the answer to.
Duel could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I would ask how you know that, but I learned a long time ago not to ask questions I'll regret learning the
You
answer
need-
to.
It's a garden hose. You need somebody on the other end to put the golf ball there.
You know, sometimes you just have to do things in the name of science.
When somebody tells you they can do that, you gotta see it.
Yeah, you're not going to let that slide.
I somehow won and lost $20 on that.
All right, there's the door closed. That
Okay,
feels-
oh yeah, yes, the door is closed, but he has a weight, like a knee-high.
Base complete.
We're like, what the
Yeah, we're working on it. It's one frustrating thing for me is I have like all these ideas for how to build a base, and I just either haven't
wait till that
gathered
day.
enough resources.
It's almost
or I'm
like
just,
we're
I'm
a
constantly
base
dealing with other
building
stuff.
channel.
So. Yeah, which is why I really wish I could talk about
Welcome to Dirt.
later on, but
Yep.
No, don't worry. As soon as you start doing well, we're gonna stop the series.
yeah, that was.
So, can we, if he ends up getting a, and I'll use the term lightly, base put together, can we make a new series called Iron Curtain Grades Ashram Shit?
It's just a 10-minute video of all of us crying.
The base falls apart before the Horde Night even starts.
No, that's the Woodle series.
Oh!
You know, we haven't poked fun at him lately, so
no,
I think
no,
we got
no,
that's
no.
time.
That's not true. That's not true. We shouldn't say that because stainless steel is actually really hard to break.
Oh.
Looking fine, looking fine.
Right?
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this going, okay, this is nowhere near. Like I said, I am way behind where I wanted to be at this point. So at this point, I'm just looking around and going, okay, I'm surveying the land, going, what can I do in the next few hours to give myself. Also, why do I only have a few cobblestones built? Because I think I botched the ticker earlier,
I can't.
Which permits can I skip?
yeah.
Well-
no, actually, yeah. Like, how much of what I want can I get built in the next few hours?
He has
If
put
that.
more effort into his base than Duel has into most of his.
Ew.
I don't know. That Fister, that Fister fisted.
Mr. Fister did fist. Fist in
Did
the
Mr.
night
Fister
away.
fist?
Fist
How much
in-
fist did Fister fist?
Fist.
What I see kind of happening here is you're trying to make like sort of a logical castle base fortification that would work in reality because you don't know how the actual game systems interact with slopes and block health and all that stuff.
Mhm.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting because what you're building is not something
Is he gonna
that,
make some spikes?
that would be interesting.
He can make one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
and
maybe
Spike.
two.
I made and Spike.
I'm kind of feeling that your base would be more effective if there
the
wasn't.
thunder and he shits himself.
Oh, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just a roll of thunder. I'm like, God damn it.
Yes.
Ominous warning signs.
oh,
of
but here
the-
comes tree
Thunder
number 4.
before in that game.
Hang on, guys. I need to prepare for this.
Get out the lotion. Nope. Premature lotion.
Ah! Oh, baby. Quit teasing us.
You're doing a little edging there. I see how it is.
Cue up the Pornhub theme.
Yes, so here what you need to
For
do
the
is
Zeds.
negate your walls by building them a lovely set of stairs.
Here, Zeds. Here is the meat.
That is a meat here path.
Watch him
That's
drop all
almost
the
what I'm
extra
aiming
meat
for,
down right
actually.
there.
If I can, when I get this base more built up, I am almost trying to railroad them into a certain direction, because then I don't have to defend as much. Don't have to defend all 4 walls at once if they're preferring one side.
Oh, I like that thought process. I wish it were true.
Right.
I like how we've had to watch you make like 900 bottles of water, and when you're actually thirsty, you're just ignoring the shit out of
Yeah.
it. Okay, here's my prediction. I'm saying at least 2 deaths, or I'm saying he finds somewhere to hide the whole evening and somehow manages to squeak through like that.
I ain't saying nothing.
Because I'm not seeing at 1900, even if you have a working idea for this base, which I don't see turning out, you don't have time to put it together. And you don't have any ammo, and you've got 2 spears. Like, I just don't know where this is going in the available time.
Down.
Well, that's the thing. This base can't even collapse because it's already at ground level.
Right.
I mean, my sidewalk can't collapse. It can break, but it can't fall over.
And the sinkhole says, challenge accepted.
Are you making a door for them there too?
Right now, a sinkhole would do you some favors here. I'm not gonna lie.
Funny you should mention, there's a sort of big depression near this farmhouse that I discover later on that I've
And-
got an idea for.
Yeah, it's
but
you.
that'll
In
wait
me
a while.
watching these videos.
Hey, got a little something going on here.
Maybe.
Everything, yeah.
I'll slow him
Gonna
down
do
for a
like
second.
3 rows. I mean, that's not gonna
Yeah.
do bad things, but
The ultimate plan there is I'm going to build the walls up really high, no door, no nothing. Build a secondary tower a little ways away down that flagstone strip and build a bridge across it. And if you fall off the bridge, you hit spikes.
I mean, that's just gonna.
That's the concept.
I mean, I'm not saying it's
As for
not
the
a
difference-
concept. It's
As
just.
for the difference between theory and execution,
It's
yeah.
just a tower for them to punch on.
Stay tuned.
It's a flat wall for them to beat on. I mean, that's what's happening here, and that's it. That's like what Davian said. That's the difference between something that would work in reality versus something that's going to work against things that can punch through concrete.
Yeah, I would like it to take a little bit longer for them to, punch through a cubic meter of reinforced concrete.
That'd be nice.
Or maybe hurt themselves in the process.
Yeah.
Something come up to you and waving some bloody stumps, whatever. But if we tested this base build in a video, I would title that video "Thoughts and Prayers."
I think you already made that one, didn't you? That stupid little pillbox, and I don't mean the one that never
I
went
was say
did with
Nev's
the
about
barbed
to
wire.
cut you.
You're
No,
talking about
but-
the shit shack.
Yeah.
That's right. The shit shack literally said thoughts and prayers on the side, didn't
Yes, it did. I like the optimism here of making cobblestone as the sun sets.
it? You're making candles, aren't you?
Yep, he super is.
Again.
You know,
Tastes
no.
like
I don't begrudge him making candles right now.
Yeah.
Because then when the memorial service starts, people will have things to put in the little paper cups and talk about what a great guy Ashram was. How shit are your pants right now as everything turns red?
I'm cautiously optimistic, which is adorable in retrospect.
Yeah.
Because
That's
no,
the funniest shit I've ever heard.
if I found myself in this situation right now, I would honestly, I don't know what I would do.
Cry in a corner somewhere while the Zeds eat your body. There we go.
Oh, good
Drink
lord.
some coffee, and it's game time. And they're coming from the backside. Oh, rule number 1: thou shalt keep thy blunderbuss loaded at all times.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a whole build about coming in the back door.
Yeah,
Or fall off.
there's one.
Oh god, that would be hilarious.
Now, what I think I get a little conservative with the blunderbuss. I should just
Here
be
they
spamming
come.
the blunderbuss at this point, but
Yes.
And
And
spamming
again, I was
the
trying to
strong
Spamming a
word.
blunderbuss doesn't really happen.
well, fair. But
It's more like slow roasted pork blunderbuss.
I cannot
again,
believe you
trying
haven't
to
fallen
use
off.
the arrows. It's like I should be this is textbook blunderbuss targets. I'm right above them, and it's a sea of heads.
Yeah.
So I should have just.
Shitheads.
I was trying too hard to conserve my ammo at this point. I should have been.
For the love of God, kneel down and stab them.
I am stabbing them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
there
they're
goes.
dead.
Well, that's
Oh,
going to get a little
there we go.
easier.
Yeah.
Oh, a door!
Okay. Crap. Okay. Use the blunderbuss. Shit. Forgot the first rule of blunderbusses.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
He's
Oh,
bleeding.
God.
And here comes
we
death
go.
number 1.
Oh, fuck. Infected.
Yeah, you think?
Exhausted,
If that's my biggest
everything.
problem in the
Oh
next
my
5
God.
minutes.
He feels
Oh,
weak.
down he goes.
For the
All
record,
right.
about half an hour.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I said. Like they just you had walls. They
Yeah.
came up and they punched your walls. So now the question is, do you respawn on your bed?
Yes,
Yes.
it's
Because
a
I
better
gotta tell you,
base.
as you're probably aware now, Horde Night ain't over.
I mean, what you got is what you got.
Kif, fetch me my wrench.
Fetch me my
Fetch me my
brown
beaten
pants.
wrist.
And the glasses I'm still too stupid to wear.
You know, I think you have some broken glass right there. You could just, take
Bend
care
it
of this
all.
real fast.
He would just be standing by his bed again in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Damn it!
So, okay, I'm sneaking. I am just waiting to hear zombie.
Is he gonna?
I'm
Do you
just
hide
right
up
on the
here
hill.
for the rest of the night? I'm gonna be so disappointed if you do. He got through the whole goddamn Horde Night hiding in a fucking closet. Boo this man! Boo!
Oh, what?
I was saying boo earns. What the fuck? How did that work? How did you sit
I
in a
don't
closet for
know.
the night and nothing
I
came in
was-
here?
I told you, I was waiting for them to come crashing into this house and murder me again, and it just didn't happen. And the whole time I'm sitting there going, don't interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake.
I am so upset that that worked. That
Yeah,
shouldn't have worked.
Boo
No.
Ashram, but also fun pimps. Isn't that not supposed to be possible?
What the fuck? He was
I
10
know, I
feet
didn't
away
even
from
put
his
a
death
land claim
spot.
down. Yeah.
Did they just wander off?
Looks like it.
That's
I'm
what
Land
I was
claim
expecting
wouldn't
them to
help
be
you
up
there.
Baby's first castle is still standing.
What the fuck? How did this work? This whole goddamn game, you can just hide in a closet?
His box is still there.
I want a refund on like 2,000 hours because I'm a little
Right.
pissed off right now. They hacked out one block and then just left. They're not even here.
Like, where the
Like,
fuck are they?
They should be here to at least get like one more fight in. Like his Zed's literally just fucking meandered off into the corn like it's Field of Dreams.
You build it, you will come.
If you build it, they will apparently just fuck right off and leave. Like it doesn't even. How did
You
you
done
build a
pissed him
zombie?
off.
How did
No.
you build a zombie repelling base?
You know, I haven't seen him this angry since somebody wolfed down an entire pig raw.
What the fuck is happening here?
Did the zombies feel bad for him?
Was this
Maybe?
a pity? Was this some sort of pity evening?
They probably heard him crying in the closet and just said, "Guys, we gotta stop."
Oh,
trying to-
put it outside. Problem
What?
solved. Everything's
Yeah.
great. Hot fucking fart ass son of a bitch.
Oh, this space worked really well for me. I'm gonna stay
Oh,
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put a land claim block here. This house is flawless. I can't see anything wrong with this. They didn't even touch it. I'm a master base builder. That's the end of the fucking Horde Night. So somehow he managed to squeak out that Horde Night hiding in a goddamn closet.
You're coming back for day 14. You better die twice, motherfucker.
Okay, hold on. Brief interlude. So that sucked. He hid in a closet the whole goddamn night. So what we've done here now is get Ashram on our main server. And this is a secret little project that Duel has been working on, and he has volunteered for our purposes this evening. Fresh Meat Thunderdome. So we have decided that Ashram owes us for his Horde Night spent in a fucking closet. We are going to equip him with these things here. You can see his entire laundry list of stuff. He's going to go into the Thunderdome, and he's going to kill shit until I get bored. Alright, so here he is, trapped in a box of purgatory with snakes and strippers and demos and bears and grace, and X just throwing fire at him. We're gonna do this for a while. I think he's gonna pay for his boring ass Horde Night. But make sure to check out next week's episode of Fresh Meat. As always, thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.